Um, Diane, do you have the date? I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Is that is that the exact name? Did I get it correctly? Is it Palatar? Is that it? Now,
That's how I say it.
okay, back in the old days, and Diane used to do her clips every day. All right, she used to do her clips every day after the show, but we went with the Georgia hour, and things just got so enormous. She was not able to continue with that segment, just trying to get everything done throughout the course of the day. But I think it's been about 5 months ago. She did a full segment. So, Diane, can you do me a favor? Can you get that pulled back to the top or relaunch it so people can find it? It's about 5 months ago you did that full segment. Now, the reason I got into it, and we're going to do some more work on it this weekend, yesterday, is everything is spinning in a direction of separating MAGA, dividing MAGA into different lanes, and the Elon Musk, blow up with Donald Trump. And that's the reason I got into it yesterday, is because there's some things happening that are coming to a head. And Diane played the several clips, and she did a full segment on it about 5 months ago. We're going to pull it to the top. You know the one we're talking about. That was amazing work, Diane. So she's gonna pull that to the top of our Rumble. We'll show you where to find that throughout the show. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Good Friday morning. Now, before we get into the attack on Israel launched on Iran last night, all right, there's different lanes here. So let me just say this going into the weekend. First of all, I do not like, I get it, but I don't like hearing, saying, or seeing World War III. I don't like that, okay? And, I'm not launching any negatives against anyone that has posted that. But when I start seeing World War III has started, that's troublesome. Okay. I don't like it. All right. I just personally do not like World War III has started. Now, searching for the truth. This is what's going to be difficult in all of this, is searching for the truth. So last night at 8:00, my phone starts buzzing as well. Yours did also. Israel had launched these attacks on Tehran. We all started getting those notifications, started going through, and I'm reading the Iran military X account. So all these things are flying around, different people putting in different headlines. So throughout the night, I looked at it, and then I started looking at it again at 3:30 this morning. And sorting out the truth in all of this is going to be difficult. All right. It is. It's going to be difficult. But at no time is this a response. I don't care this morning. If you're on this program this morning and you support Israel's attack on Iran, Tehran, their nuclear facilities, if you support that, you support that. If you don't support it, okay? Now, I don't support war, and I think we should look at every option. But you never, number 64, this is never your response to death and destruction. It's never. I mean, I keep saying never. Game on is never your response. So a lot of times you will see on this program that I will crop out and take a screenshot of MSNBC or CNN where I watch on a daily basis to see the narrative they're going to run. But I go to immediately last night, I go to the warmonger and I say, all right, what's he going to say? And at 8:20 p.m. last night, I said, what is he saying? We're getting all these notifications. And I had that prepared just with his X post. And then this morning I thought, okay, MSNBC, they're running with it. Because I always tell you the narrative they run, just keep an eye on it. I call it CIA Mockingbird Media, the narrative they run. But you do not, under no circumstance whatsoever, do you ever say with death and destruction. I have to tell you, my age, I don't know how this is going to come across. But, if you're pro-life, if you're out there and you're pro-life, and then you have these lanes, you're pro-life, you're pro-Israel, you're whatever you are. But if you're pro-life, at no time do you cheer the death of anyone. You just don't. Now, I understand war has casualties, and I understand times throughout the world they may be times where war is necessary, a necessary evil. I'll leave it at that. But you never post. That has upset me. Game on. Looking for words. I absolutely despise this man. I absolutely do. Lindsey Graham from South Carolina. All right. So give me number 71. And we're going to get into this morning. Now, as I look at the map, now I'm not for sure, but what airspace? Now, there's reports that Jordan has shot down some Iranian drones, stating they did not want their airspace used to signify some sort of involvement. Now, those are reports out there. I'm going to tell you, sorting through the facts of what's going on will not come from the American media. Will not. Okay? Absolutely. Won't happen. Now this is Russia Today. Okay? And I know you don't like Russia Today. I get it. But give me video too.
That said, I think that Netanyahu realizes that he's basically got control. He has more influence over the U.S. Congress right now than even Donald Trump does when it comes to matters affecting Israel, and also Israel. Israel has a lot of their lobbyists and many of the supporters putting pressure on the Trump administration to do something and to support Israel. Now, I think what's going to happen is that Netanyahu planned on doing this preemptively, and even though Trump is reluctant to do anything, I think it's going to drag in the United States anyway.
Okay, so that's from Russia Today TV, and I'm not saying that we 100% agree with the network RT. But if I'm sitting here this morning in the studio and I have a choice as an American to believe CNN, believe MSNBC, ABC, CBS, the list goes on, including Fox News, why would I not think about listening to this network, right? So that being said, we do know the lobbyist, we do know the power influence Israel has on this country. I'm just wondering the airspace. I don't know. I mean, some of you out there are doing some amazing research. Is Israel using Syrian airspace, Iraqi airspace? Did we give the green light to go through Syria and Iraq? Or are we going straight over Jordan and Iraq? Just wondering. Now, apparently, number 72, Israel is saying that they have killed three of Iran's most powerful men have been killed in the attack. I don't know if there's audio with this, but this is Iran State TV. Where is it at? Give me video 4. Now, this is apparently this is like the chief of staff, not chief of staff, the joint chief here in America, the top military men, apparently in an apartment building. But these reports are all fluid and moving fast. So just do us a favor. We'll be checking this out. Between breaks. All right. Every break, we'll be checking it out and trying to come up with some more details on this. So give me 67, and apparently 67 and 73. And here's what's going to be interesting as this develops. Now, what will Iran do in retaliation? What will they do in retaliation? Are they going to be successful in retaliating? Israel strikes kill Iran's top military leaders and prompt retaliation. So we shall see. Now, another thing out there, all right, and I'll just say this because I'm not a foreign policy specialist. But you remember when Netanyahu came here, give me number to the United States, 73. Do you remember this? This goes back. When was this? Years ago. You remember years ago when he came to the United States, Netanyahu, and he addressed the joint session, joint Congress. He addressed Congress, which is a joint session, all right, of Congress, and he put up the charts and the graphs and said if we didn't act now, that was years ago. I didn't even have any grandchildren at that time. I think I have a 9-year-old granddaughter now. I didn't have one. You remember he went to the UN and he stood up and he showed us and he led us to believe that at any time Iran would be able to enrich enough uranium. Now, just remember that, how many years ago that was, right? And we do know Iran has said death to Israel, and they do not accept the existence of Israel. We know that. But remember how many years ago that was at the UN that Bibi Netanyahu said that? And then the joint session of Congress, he told us that, right? And apparently they've struck these nuclear facilities. One of these facilities is like 500 feet deep. So I don't know all the details of these facilities, but some of them are very deep to where a surface missile is not going to disrupt them. Apparently, they've killed some nuclear scientists. But the thing with me is we're negotiating this, right? Give me number, let's see, let me make sure this is correct, Diane. Give me number 55. I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. All right. I told them in the strongest of words, just do it, but no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they just couldn't get it done. I told them it would be much worse than anything they knew, anticipated, or were told, that the United States makes the best and most lethal military equipment anywhere in the world, by far, and that Israel has a lot of it with much bravery, but they didn't know what was about to happen. Okay? They are all dead now, and it will only get worse. It will only get worse. There has already been great death and destruction, but there's still time to make this slaughter, all right, with the next already planned attack being even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must make the deal before there's nothing left and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire. No more death, no more destruction. Just do it before it's too late. God bless you all. So, in my poorly read statement there from President Trump, Trump says Iran had chance after chance after chance. They didn't do it. We've gone to meeting after meeting. They didn't take advantage of it. We've told Iran it was going to be bad. We asked Israel not to do it, but we did not stop them. Said it's going to be bad. And now he's saying it's going to be worse. Now, others around the world say that there's very little choice, that if Iran retaliates in a certain way, that Trump will have no choice but to support Israel. So with that being said, Benjamin Netanyahu, give me, let's see. Where's it at? Give me number V10.
How imminent is an Israeli strike on Iran?
Well, I don't want to say imminent, but it looks like it's something that could very well happen. Look, it's very simple, not complicated. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Other than that, I want them to be successful. I want them to be tremendous. We'll help them be successful.
That was President.
All right, so I'm getting a report. No nukes. Trump said no nukes. There would be no nuclear weapons. But video 7.
And he said that his country had no choice but to attack.
In recent months, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
So, I mean, I sit here today as an American that I watched years ago that Iran had a weapon just days away at the UN. He says it could be months. It could be a year. It could be a matter of months, and that they had no choice but to do that. So I appreciate the messages. The first blow was a combination of bombs dropped by Israel, fighter jets coming from 1,000 miles away, and explosive drones that came from the very heart of Iran. The Mossad built a base of explosive drones that were infiltrated into the heart of Iran and activated in the attack. So the attack, actually, Mossad saying it came from within Iran, drones that they had set up there that they built inside Iran, and weapons came from 1,000 miles away. So this is moving. Thank you very much for sending me this. Do not look to our media for the truth of what's going on and what's happening there. I think I have adamantly and forcefully supported my Jewish friends and always will. But I have zero interest in war. I don't want to see it. So, and I, as an American citizen, I do not want to see our men and women and our children die in the world somewhere in the Middle East once again. And we'll talk about that later. So I'm your host, BKP. Let's try to go into the weekend thinking of something positive. This is a really something. On that note, here's a really sad story, number 70. The 290 passengers, the Air India crash, right? 290 passengers. But give me number 69. How many people today, and I say this, no laughing matter, how many people today are flying somewhere asking for their seat assignment to be 11A? I'm serious. How many are out of 290 that died in this airliner? Horrific pictures, stories coming out of it. This guy right here, he lived, number 62. He lived. He was seated in, this is the sole survivor. 11A survived the Indian crash. All right. 11A. How many people, when you fly, are asking for 11A? I wonder if you could check airlines. How many people are saying, can I sit in 11A? Just saying. All right. Well, we got a lot going on. We have the Georgia Hour. Take that down, Diana. Kind of graphic. Very sad. That is a very sad situation that has taken place there this morning. Go ahead and put up 32. Israel strikes Iran. And so, number 38. And what is this guy's name? Senator Padilla, is that his name? California Senator Padilla. Democrats' fears of Trump administration violence erupts after Padilla incident. You know, that was most of the news cycle yesterday. That was most of the news cycle yesterday. I was looking for something else. Maybe I did not go back to it. Wow, I didn't go back to it. I thought I cropped it out this morning. Quite busy. So, I know I have it somewhere and I'm going to find it. Or I'm going to send it to you, Diane, for the next segment. Now, give me right here. We have to talk about this today. So, can we all agree that 20 million people invading this country is not okay? All right, number 51. Can we check off the boxes? An invasion in this country is not okay. All right. And can we all agree that out of 20 million people, Trump did campaign and say he was going to get the largest deportation in history of illegals. Why do we keep going to construction sites? Why? Why do we go to the processors, the meat processors? Why? Why are we going to certain places and not just calling in the military and going into these apartment projects, just slam right where the gangs are? Why not? I'm going to tell you, if I support my president, if we continue, if you're out there, deport them all. I don't care if they're working on a job site. I don't care if they're working on a job site. I don't care if they're working cutting grass. I don't care if they're folding sheets at a hotel, motel, wherever it may be this morning. I don't care if they're this summer, July 4th, they're getting the watermelons out of the field right now. If they're illegal, get them out of here. If that's what we do and that's our core focus, just accept the problems that come with it. Whether you like what I'm about to say or not, just accept the problems that come with it. We, the people, put ourselves in this situation. I know I have people out there saying, I didn't allow it. I get it. Okay. But in general, the country put ourselves in this situation. And if we just raid construction sites, we raid the Home Depot parking lot, we raid the meat processing. And in fact, I have to tell you, ICE is here in Georgia. And when, this is going to get me in trouble, Diane, you know it and I know it. But when they go through the chicken plants, it'll be a bad Sunday for a lot of Baptists. I'm just telling you right now. Be a lot of Baptists lacking a chicken on Sunday once they go through the chicken plants. I mean, illegals are okay in the chicken plant as long, oh man, I'm going to go, ooh, this is trouble. Illegals are okay in a chicken plant as long as we can preach on Sunday morning and eat chicken that afternoon. How that chicken got there, we're going to bless it. We gonna thank God for it. So on Sunday, we're gonna preach. Now wait a minute, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, all right? On Sunday, we're gonna preach. We all gonna get together afterwards. We're gonna get in line for the chicken. We're gonna thank God for the chicken. We're gonna bless the chicken. Come the next week, we're going to preach, and then we're going to say, well, you mean there's no chicken? And we're not going to pray and ask God where the chicken is. We're going to blame ICE for stopping the chicken. I don't know. I probably should get out right here on Friday morning. Yeah. Boy, I'm in trouble, right? But then again, we're going into the weekend. Look, I want you to have some fun this weekend. Please find something you enjoy. Please find something that makes you smile. Number 21. Oh my God, it's 8:34. Number 21. This is not legal advice, but keep in mind that do not get concerned if you're out there from sea to shining sea. Do not get concerned with Debbie Dooley's email telling you could go to prison for 20 years if you deny the charges concerning this past weekend's convention. Do not get concerned. I will cover that at 10 a.m. on the Georgia Hour. She's all stirred up and trying to make you believe that if you deny the charges, you could go to prison. Don't believe that, okay? And because obviously she's Debbie Dooley has become, I guess, Sally Grubb's press secretary, and they're working for the Democrats. I don't know. Anyhow, I just said that. All right, we'll be back after these brief messages, and we'll talk about the senator that got thrown out. We'll make a couple notes there, and then we'll continue with the attack on Iran from Israel. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Diane, get your act together. It's Friday. You've had all week long. Now get your act together. I just wanted to say that. I'm in trouble. Hey, Diane, you know what? I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Number one. So, Diane, I have you. I can't wait. Diane, was it last Saturday, presented me with 3 movie posters. So I ordered 3 frames. Diane, there's no way those movie posters are going to get a pinhole in them. I mean, I was worried they'd even get a wrinkle. I have them in pristine shape. So I have the frames are going to be here today. I have 3 movie frames. And I was thinking the size of them, they're like 27 by 40. They're going to take up this whole wall, but I can't wait. So that's one. I can't wait to show a picture Monday morning of the movie posters that I have. Two, I'm going to a party tomorrow. I was invited to a party. I know people don't believe that, but I got invited to a party. A friend, a couple is celebrating. Diane, I don't know if they're celebrating it. Yeah, they are. They're celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. 60 years. And I got invited to that. So I'm going to that. Let's see, what else am I going to do? Oh, I have a really good, kids, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. I have a very good cigar. That's for Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So I understand. What?
So I have the authority from high up to be able to slap you at will.
Wait a minute. I'm wondering who. Wow.
Yeah.
Authority.
Authority from high up. Yeah. To slap you at will. I look forward
Hey, hold
to seeing
on there. Hold on there. We don't advocate violence on this show. This is not a show where Candace Taylor could just give out corporal punishment. Go ahead. We have to move.
I look forward to seeing the posters on your wall. I got those
I'm excited.
a while back, and I wasn't going to do anything with them. And actually, I had asked for which one was it that I asked for the Reagan movie poster for you, and then I got those other two as a gift. So I thought you would enjoy them.
Oh, I have the frames. I mean, immediately I ordered the frames for them, and 2 will fit right here. So 2 are going here. Now, I thought about, we got to get into some serious stuff. Can you put the Alp thing up there? I thought about redoing the back, but I don't think so. I think the back is, I think the back needs to stay. So I'm not going to redo the back. That's not going to happen. I'm going to leave that alone. I just like the back. I mean, everything behind me is a part of my life that is important to me. I mean, this clock belonged to my dad. I think it was presented to him by the company he was buying material in, I think in 1968, that clock on the wall. So, all right. Right here. Now,
I'm going to enjoy some wrestling this weekend. Taylor's not wrestling, but her boyfriend is, and we're going to go watch him wrestle. So I'm excited about that.
All right. So, Diane, let me ask you a question. So, first of all, it is wrestling. You understand? She enunciated. It's not wrestling. There's a difference. Diane, do you know the difference in wrestling and wrestling?
I just go and watch the matches. I enjoy it, so.
There's a difference in wrestling coming off the top belt. All right? There's a difference in wrestling. Diane's daughter, I'm going to put it out there, wrestles on the collegiate level. She is on a ladies wrestling team in college. Now, what I find interesting, I can't believe we're doing this segment because it's not a segment. We got a lot to do. But what I find interesting is what you're telling me is her boyfriend's on the wrestling team. Like,
yeah.
So,
and you know how Taylor's not a small girl, and he can pick her up and flop her around like a wet baby doll. But yeah, he's pretty intense. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. Her and him have been practicing all summer. She's up there at the college practicing, getting ready for the season starting in probably October.
All right, so I cannot go without saying this, folks. Now, she has been granted on high the green light to smack me if necessary, but I'm going for it. I'm sorry, man. Ellie Mae wrestling Jethro and actually whooping up on Jethro, and Jed having to go out there and tell Ellie Mae to quit whooping up on Jethro. I'm trying to think the two of them if later in life, what would be the number one thing that they would say in their home? You want to wrestle for it? So, all right, let's get out of this. This has gone way too far. So, yeah, yesterday, thank you for that update. Diane's daughter is an amazing young lady. I'm very proud of all of her children. And this young lady's just doing an amazing job in college, stepping out into life. And we all have those days. Right here, my son, I called him. He didn't call me back in the show because he uses these. I don't use these. So if you order these pouches, you got to use the promo code VORA. You go ALPPOUCH.com/promo code VORA. That's how we need you to order if you use these. And we get benefit from that here, and we need it at the network. So, Diane, I called my son yesterday, and I got a little iffy on this because I have said since we started the program, I need advertising, but I don't want people to think I support something or will advertise something that I'm not in favor of. So I see Tucker use these when I watch his interviews. I see Tucker use these all the time. And then when I see Tucker use these, I think, okay, I might try it. And my son, Sunday, he gets his can out and it's something else. So I called him yesterday. I said, have you used these? He said, no. I said, can you do me a favor? Order them. And let me know what you think. So I do have a lot of people that absolutely love oh my God, this is the Georgia hour. Diane is going to have to go to 3 hours if I keep getting messages like this. So anyhow, that being said, he called me yesterday and he's going to order those and let me know what he thinks. And I'm going to order some. All right, take that down. Now, I told you, I apologize for that. It's Friday, all right? And I just want to enjoy Friday, and I'm asking you to enjoy it with us. We got to bring the temperature down, folks. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America, and we get very serious. Now, the Elon Musk. So I asked a lot of people, what did I ask a lot of people to do? Let it develop, right? So as soon as Elon and Donald Trump, and we did this yesterday, Palatar, is that the name? Palatar? And if you start connecting all the dots, and we're not going to take hours to do that again today, but if you start connecting all the dots, Palatar, all the dots, with Peter Thiel, J.D. Vance. Why did J.D. Vance go on the podcast with Theo Vaughn? Why did Theo Vaughn put it out there? We even, if you go to yesterday's segment, we even put it out there. What if 20 million invaded this country? Is a test run. If Palatar has software for the military to help locate illegals in this country, if you find them and terrorists, then who are you looking for after that? But I'm just saying, all right, when you create software, you have to do testing. We'll leave it at that, right? Now, we have our testing tomorrow, the No Kings event. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But when Elon Musk went to Doge, right, and he started looking at Social Security and other places, and a lot of pushback when he went to the Pentagon, but you don't know exactly the truth of what happened there. You do not know the truth of what happened there, right? You don't. And then Elon leaves and he gets a key to the White House. He's got his own key, and they leave a window propped open if he's coming in late at night. And then all of a sudden he gets into a fight with the president. The Epstein file, well, you know, hey, we were talking about the Epstein file, and we were talking about Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, that Epstein committed suicide. He was the only one in the cell, and they have that for a fact. Then we have reports, not me, folks. We have reports that say Epstein files, the reason they're not released is the deep state has captured Dan Bongino and Kash Patel. Now, you know, you've heard it out there, right? You've heard that. And Steve Bannon's over here wolfing about something. He's wolfing about it. And then just like that, Elon Musk comes to the top of the discussion, and Bannon's over there wolfing, deport Elon, right? And he didn't produce anything. He was supposed to come in and find $1 trillion worth of cuts, and he didn't produce anything. So I said to everyone out there, the Elon Musk discussing the bill, I was always on that side. There's a lot of things in this bill, all right, that I'm not in favor of. I'm just not in favor of. I'm a fiscal conservative, and I do think we're going broke, and I think I have always supported Elon in saying we're going broke as a country. I've never veered off of that. But I did say, let's let that develop. Let's let it develop, right? Give it some time. Well, what did Trump say yesterday? What do we have here? Where's let's see. I thought I had an Elon. Maybe I don't. I'm missing it. Can you Google Trump press conference Elon Musk? Because I'm missing it off my playlist, and I don't know why. And it should be about 1.5 minutes yesterday where President Trump, just if you put Trump, Elon Musk, White House press conference yesterday or something, you should find about 1.5 minutes of President Trump talking about Elon Musk yesterday. And again, I don't know where I thought I had it, and I don't. I can look for it. So now give me number. I sent this over to you. I'm very concerned, folks, now that I know she's had the green light, been given the green light to give me number 84. It's very important. You can look at it. It says Trump, Elon, EV mandate. You can look at it, but that's a very important clip from yesterday if you can find it. Let me know if you can't find it because I'll find it. All right. And thank you for the continued Oppo research here. I will get back to you. Let me say thank you to this individual because this is big. All right. Now, Trump to headline an AI energy summit in Pittsburgh. Now, Dave McCormick, if you do the research on him, he's a world citizen. Don't forget. Now, Dave McCormick is a world citizen. He is the senator that beat Bob Casey Jr. President Trump will appear with Senator Dave McCormick inaugural Pennsylvania Energy and Innovation Summit next month in Pittsburgh to discuss AI, energy, and labor, McCormick's office tells Axios. Trump's attendance on July 15th of next month at Carnegie Mellon University is a big win for McCormick's efforts to bring AI and energy leaders together for the first time. Now, Dave McCormick is a globalist. He's not MAGA. Not MAGA at all. Now, Dave McCormick won the Senate race. He ran before Dr. Oz was endorsed, right? John Fetterman was installed. But Dave McCormick comes back and runs again. This time, he basically, in my opinion, purchases the Pennsylvania Republican Party. He gets that correct. He basically, he goes through, and the Republican Party, if you're a county Republican Party in Pennsylvania, you had a lot of money dumped into your account. Yeah, just like that. The Pennsylvania Republican Party State Committee, it operates different than Georgia. They immediately endorsed him, so there would be no primary. And then recently, the state of Pennsylvania, Dave McCormick chose who he wanted as the Pennsylvania GOP chair to run the party. Now, I want to show you something. Georgia, Josh McCoon, Michael Watley. What just happened in Georgia? Go research what happened in Pennsylvania to their party. We'll get back to that on a different day. So Dave McCormick is not MAGA, right? Mega billionaire, world. He likes to go to Davos. He likes to be known as a world citizen, and he is holding an AI energy leaders together for the first time. Both industries have pressing needs and heavy intertwined future, but have had few opportunities to come together on a scale like this. Pennsylvania is the world's fourth largest producer of natural gas and key swing state. So they're going to launch this AI energy summit where they have the natural gas. They can power a plant to create energy. Let's see. Pennsylvania is the fourth largest producer of natural gas of any of the key states. The big picture, the roster of invitees and attendees for the conference include key figures from the White House, big tech, and big energy. So you're going to have David Sachs, Doug Burgum, Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, and OpenAI Sam Altman will be there. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, Microsoft's Nadali, Alphabet, that's Google, Sundar, and other techs are on the list. Exxon Mobil CEO, Shell, Chevron. Next month, AI, energy. So did you get that video? Were you able to find that?
Without playing it, I wasn't able to find which one you were talking about. So, I mean, there's a bunch of videos.
It just happened yesterday.
Yeah, I've got a lot of videos that came up. I'm not sure which one.
Elon Musk, Donald Trump.
Yes, I have.
Is it dated?
I have like a ton of videos that all were within that time, and I'm not sure which one it is. Trump praises billionaire Elon Musk, Tesla.
Yeah, is the date yesterday though?
Yes, the date is 6 hours ago.
Roll that one. Let's see if that one's it. Load that one up. Now, when this plays, if it's the correct one, I want you to hear this, because I actually think the last week, I don't know Elon Musk, but I know this has played out over time, and I know that the world's richest man is not being boxed out. He has Starlink. He has SpaceX. He has things that this country has to have, and we have military contracts with him that we have to have this. You don't have things happening around the world in some countries without Elon Musk and SpaceX and Starlink. So whenever you get that loaded up, if you could. It's my fault for not having it there, folks, and I sincerely apologize. There's something in there I wanted you to hear on this video. That's the reason I'm persistent about it. It's not Diane's fault. We'll wait till Monday to start laying, we won't call it blame on anything. So...
And again, you can get any car you want. You can get electric. A lot of people love the electric. They like Tesla. So do I, in all fairness. I like Tesla. And I like others too. At the federal level, we abolished it, which is basically that everybody will be driving an electric car within a very short period of time. Now I know why Elon doesn't like me so much, which he does, actually. He does. And he never had a problem. You know, it's very interesting. This is not something new. This has been there from day one, Speaker, right? We're going to abolish the EV mandate. And Elon still endorsed me because, honestly, he never, ever spoke to me about that. And I used to say, I'm amazed that he's endorsing me because that can't be good for him. I'm abolishing the EV mandate. And I once asked him about it. You never talked to me about that. He said, well, as long as it's happening to everybody, I'll be able to compete. It was a very interesting answer. I thought it was a very honest answer, to be honest with you. And I talked about it, that incredible, you know, you would have thought he would have been, from day one, you got to make sure you don't do the EV mandate, the abolishing, and never did. Very honest in that sense.
Perfect. I read multiple articles that said that Elon Musk never, now, who do you trust? Elon Musk never went to the president. Thank you, Diane, for that. I appreciate that. And asked for the EV mandate to stay in there. Now, there were several people came to me last week and said, Elon got mad over the EV mandate. That's what, okay? That was reported. Elon got mad over the NASA pick. Now, that one I believe. But Elon got mad over the EV mandate. That really angered him, that the bill didn't have the EV mandate. The reason he's attacking the bill, it didn't have the EV mandate, right? Trump just said to you that Elon never asked for it. Endorsed him, never asked. And I said to Elon, this is what Trump said, not me. President Trump said, I said to Elon, aren't you upset over that? As long as no one gets it and it's a level playing field, then I can compete. So I wanted to play that because I really think, as I've asked people all along, give me 83. Asked people all along to let the Elon Musk thing develop. Let it develop over time. Don't get into the reaction of what was going on. The news that Scott Bessent and Elon Musk got into a fight, okay? Right there in the White House. Pushing and shoving, okay. All these wild stories, okay, coming out of the White House, all right. I ask you, let it develop. Let it develop. Trump signs bill blocking California gas car ban plan. The President Trump signed legislation on Thursday blocking California's rules to phase out sales of gas-powered cars by 2035. Why it matters, Trump is moving to roll back environmental initiatives that were a top Biden priority, and his actions against California come amidst an escalating feud with Governor Gavin Newsom and fiery LA rallies, riots of immigration and custom enforcement ICE raids. It's been a disaster for this country, Trump said as he signed the measure. So California, you will have gas-powered combustible engines for quite some time. All right. We're going to come back, talk about immigration. Thank you very much, Diane. I know I put a lot of pressure on you there. We're going to come back, talk about immigration. We're going to look over the internet to see if there's anything that has come up concerning Israel and Iran while we started the broadcast. Diane, take a break.
Massive truck discounts are back at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Up to $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. Up to $5,000 off Silverado 2500s. Don't wait. Get them before they're gone. $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. $5,000 off Silverado 2500s at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCar Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Friday. Friday. I'm going to vote today, right? Early voting's still happening, right, Diane? I'm going to vote today. Public Service Commissioner, right? Lee Munns. I'm going to go vote for legally, I'm going to go vote for Lee Munns today, Georgia Public Service Commissioner. Then I have another meeting, Diane. I have a meeting, Diane. I'm very concerned now that Diane said on high. She's been giving authority on high. And it kind of makes me nervous. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com, voiceofruralamerica.com. So, hi, Diane. I don't want to take sides. Well, I do have a side on this. And I don't find myself on the side of a Democrat. So how about that? But as we venture closer to the Georgia hour, give me number 21. If you are upset over the past weekend, the corruption and lack of participation in the convention, and you feel you want your money back, do not let Debbie Dooley worry you with the email she sent out. I'm getting messages. Don't worry. We'll talk about it at 10 o'clock. All right. We'll talk about it at 10 o'clock on the George Hour. Now, I want to give you this. Give me 14, and then we'll go to 15, and then 17. 14, 15, and 17. All right. So we'll talk about this. I tell you, we'd do a part 2. Because you have Elon Musk, you have Peter Thiel, you got David Sachs, you've got Mark Zuckerberg, you got Sam Altman, and what you want me to believe, or they want me to believe, that the richest man in the world. Now, drones, and in the rest of the world have to have towers, have to have radio towers, have to have different towers, different. But we have Starlink and we have SpaceX. And when our drones go up, the technology we have, we're able to control those with Elon Musk satellites. Just do all the research. So you wanted me to believe that Donald Trump got in a fight with the richest man in the world, and he stormed out, and this one went over in this corner, not even thinking about what could happen. Now, there's a report that, so wait a minute, I just want to lay this on the line. There's a report that the Ukrainian attack on Russia was being planned for 18 months, right? Stay with me on this, right? For 18 months. And then this morning, there's some reporting that the attack Israel on Iran, their nuclear facilities, has been in the plans for 8 months, right? And then Hamas planned this attack, this terrorist attack on Israel that killed 1,400 or more and took hostages. They planned it way in advance. But Donald Trump and Elon Musk on Friday, the world's richest man on Friday, he gave him the key to the city. But just like that, they blew up. I've never bought into it. So that being said, Palatar Technologies. And give me number 15. And we talked about number 15. We talked about the Palantir. I got a Palantir. I'm saying tar. There is no tar on the end. I'm being told Palantir Technologies. Okay. Now, J.D. Vance goes to Theo Vaughn about Palantir's role in helping federal agencies centralize America's data. We played a little of this. Go watch it. And I told you yesterday, I said, why did they go over there to carry the water? And then give me number 17, Peter Thiel and all the relationships that have taken place. Peter Thiel's deep ties to Trump's top ranks. So, again, Diane played an enormous amount of back footage. So we'll come back to this Monday, all right? The tech magnet has many links to the new Trump administration and the cost-slashing effort by Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk, we played yesterday. Computers 50 years old, don't talk to each other. But between Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Thiel, Google, Sam Altman, all of them are in there tinkering around, setting up all these data centers. So just saying, Diane has a nice video about 50 minutes long, I think it is, that she will post at the top of our Rumble. She'll get up there somewhere. Get it on our website, voiceofruralamerica.com, voiceofruralamerica.com. Go there, Diane. Get it out there sometime today. I know you're busy, but get it out there. Now, and number 18, I told you this yesterday. After everything, the EV mandate, the argument, I regret some of my posts about President real Donald Trump last week. All Laura Loomer said was, thank you for saying this. That's it. Thank you for saying this. That's it. So, wow. Now, yesterday, we have the raid at a construction site. But I want to get this number 38 because we're going to come back and we're going to do a full half hour before we get to the Georgia hour. So you have this Padilla, right? He is a senator from California, right? He was taken out of the room. And number 54, here he is also 54. See if I have anything else where he's concerned, where he was taken out of the room. Play, this is what happened yesterday. Play, where's it at? V3, video 3.
Guys, ready? And Bell, sir, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary because the fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your.
I also want to
hands up.
How many of our ICE agents have been docked?
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go ahead, put them behind my back.
All right. Cool. Other hand. Lay flat. Lay flat.
Other hand, sir. Other hand.
There's no recording allowed out here. I did not know. There's no recording allowed out here per FBI regs for the building. So what, I'm sorry? There's no recording allowed out here. That's my boss. There's no recording allowed out here. You can record. There's no recording allowed out here. I'm not a member. There's no recording allowed. I understand that, sir, but.
So, FBI, that's my boss. No recording. So he rushes in to this meeting. Now, I can't see the logo on his jacket. I do not know how clear that is. But a member of the U.S. Senate, a member of the U.S. Senate would never go into a meeting with a secretary of Department of Homeland Security, Nome, okay, Christy Nome. No member of the Senate would basically bust the doors open, barge in, start lunging toward and yelling comments. Now, that being said, the FBI was there, CIA is there. I mean, CIA, Secret Service. She has Secret Service protection. The FBI's in the room. All right. And when you have these meetings, just to be clear, when you have these meetings, you know who's going to be in there. It's cleared. Now, the majority of the time, here's what happens. All right. I have been to them. Press secretary says, hey, they're going to take questions at 2:00. You have to be here and set up at 1. So you have to take your equipment in. This is not unusual. You take your equipment in, you set it up. Then you have to leave the room. And then they sweep the room. Now, I don't know what happened yesterday, what the protocols are, but that's it. That's exactly what happens. You do not have a cabinet secretary come in not knowing. And if you do, then the media has clearance, and they've come in and they've gone through a sweep before they set up. So it's not uncommon to set up, get a notification that you have to be set up by 1. You're set up. You leave. You get to come back in the room at 1:30. They sweep the room. They bring dogs in, whatever, sweep the room. You're checked out. They know who's in the room when they go in. FBI, Secret Service knows who's in that room. Now, he's a U.S. sitting senator. Obviously, they were not aware he would be there yesterday. It would be normal that a U.S. sitting senator of California would let them know that they were going to be there and they wanted to ask some questions. That would not have been wrong in any way whatsoever. So if he had been in the room, she made her statement, and he said she would acknowledge the senator, but she's up there making a statement. He rushes in. I'm not for sure that his badge on his shirt, if that's just a microphone, because I don't see anything on his shirt. They always have an identification. All right? There's always an identification on a logo where Secret Service could see you're wearing something that says U.S. Senate. So he came rushing in. No. You do not lunge, rush in, yelling your question. We take you out in the hall. We detain you. Now, as soon as they had him calm down and they got him up, They uncuffed him after they got his identification, and I think Kristi Noem had a meeting with him. But Democrats are trying to make it into a big thing, and he knows what he did. And he knows the safety and security protocols and anything like that. He knows it, and they know it. And they tried to make something out of nothing yesterday. Take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about these ICE raids. I want to talk about them a minute. We have to talk about them. All right? Take a break.
Massive truck discounts are back at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Up to $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. Up to $5,000 off Silverado 2500s. Don't wait. Get them before they're gone. $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. $5,000 off Silverado 2500s at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCar Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. This is one of my favorite videos of the day. All right. We're going to have the Georgia Hour in 20 minutes. The Georgia Hour. Give me video. This is one of my favorite videos of the day of an LA city council member asking the LA police chief to obstruct justice. Video 1.
Can we use technology like AI technology to create a situation where your department can identify, hey, there's agents, non-city of LA, in a neighboring town. Everyone go on alert in a way where you can support our business community and our immigrant community to know that it's time. That's something related to the lack of due process, the lack of warrants is about to hit our town. I'm asking a creativity question here. What can your department do to do more to warn us, to warn the business community that outside of our LA borders, coming in from Inglewood, coming in from Antelope Valley, I don't know, you can warn us so that we can warn our folks in the spirit of your loyalty to the city of Los Angeles?
So you're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney about that.
You may want to talk to the city attorney. You're really asking me to obstruct justice? Really? You're really asking me to go with one agency and nah, I don't think I can do that. You might want to talk to the city attorney on that. So, we have the organized 14, June 14th. Where is that at? I had it here a minute ago. I don't know what I've done this morning, this Friday morning. There it is. Give me number 59. So tomorrow is the No Kings protest. No Kings protest. What to know about the rallies over Trump immigration crackdown across the U.S. The rallies, immigration crackdown across the U.S. So play this video and then come back to 59. Play video 9.
Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people and send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. And you know what's going to happen and what is happening? They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else. And then you're supposed to throw them out. And you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers and leisure too, hotels. We're going to have to use a lot of common sense on that.
Okay, so we can't do that to the farmers. Leisure and hotel, we can't do that on leisure and hotel. All right. Now we have some people split into some different categories. I watch the videos. I get messages from you. I get messages. Get rid of all of them. All of them have to go. Every one. Everyone has to go. If they're illegal, they're out of here. Okay. And give me number 51. So I want to be very clear. Are there some Asian, Hispanic, legal Hispanic, African American, black, white that work hard every day? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you get angry, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about it, because there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about it. If you get angry, but this has to be organized a little better. And what I'm about to say, you heard some Democrats say it. You heard Karen Bass of LA. Now, 1 million illegals, what it's cost our schools, right? I think I have another one here. I don't want to deal with China. I've got one here that I want to do before. Number 40, this is true, but how do you address it? This is Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Now, wait a minute. Stop right there. This is ICE arrests 17 construction workers at fire-damaged Bethlehem apartment building. Now, why is this huge? Let's mix a little politics in this, right? This is District 7, PA, Congressional District 7. That is a Republican district, fresh Republican district. Not even a year old Republican district. Flipped from Democrat, right? Remember, Lehigh County, right next to this, the large Puerto Rican, although they're not worried about being deported, but the large Puerto Rican population, when Tony Hinchcliffe made the joke, Trump did a rally in Allentown, brought in Marco Rubio, calmed things down. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, District 7, ICE arrests 17 construction workers. All right. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement agents arrested 17 workers earlier Wednesday who were restoring a fire-damaged apartment building. All were detained for alleged immigration violations, authorities said. Okay. Now, number 40. Biden let 21 million unvetted illegal aliens flood into the country from some of the most dangerous and most dysfunctional nations on earth. Many of them rapists, murderers, terrorists. This tsunami of illegals has destroyed America's public schools. All right, this is true. This is true. Okay? Hotels, parks, community resources, living conditions. They have stolen American jobs, consumed billions of dollars in free welfare, and turned once idyllic communities like Springfield, Ohio, into third world nightmares. Now, stop right there. LA has been, the disaster in the making has been years. LA. All right? Now, I'm only going to say this. I'm only going to say this because I've been there. There was a company that called me one time, and they had it was a fire restoration company, and they called me up. This is my past life, and they said, we want to fly you out to so-and-so. We have a building that is burnt out, okay, burnout building. And we have to come in and strip it clean. We're going to restore it, but it has to be stripped clean. All the appliances got to come out of all 24 units, all right? All the drywall has to come off the walls. All the trim has to come out. The doors have to come off. We have 3 damaged units, but the entire building has to be stripped. Insulation, everything. Here's all we want you to do. We want you to fly out there and supervise it. We're going to send crews, major crews. What you have to do is you can't let these people slow down. You have to keep the dumpsters rotated. You have to walk every unit, make sure when they sign off and say, yes, they've completed the demolition. Now, this is something I've done multiple times in the past. So I already knew the drill. I'm just giving it to you. So I go to this building, 3 days, 72 hours. And these vans pull up. And it was not my job. It was not my job to check their legality. Not my job. All right. And one person spoke English and 3 vans of Hispanics, men and women. It was not my job to check their age. It was not my job to check their legal status. It was not my job to check on anything other than keep these. They went in there and they ripped that building down in 3 days. And they were carrying out stacks of drywall on their head. They were throwing stoves, refrigerators in the dumpster, whatever. And I mean, they cleaned that place up in 3 days, done and over with. I walked it, signed off on it. I went back home. They went home. Now, if you want some things to come to a screeching standstill, all right, this is true, all right? Like Springfield, we have communities, idyllic communities that we grew up for years. Kids ride their bike. They're disasters. They're gone now. He is correct on this. So I'm not telling you President Trump's not correct. Third world nightmares. I campaigned and received historic mandate for the largest mass deportation program in American history. Polling shows overwhelmingly public support for getting the illegals out. And that is exactly what we will do. As Commander-in-Chief, I will always protect, defend heroes of ICE, Border Patrol, whose work has already resulted in the most secure border in American history. Thank you very much. That is true. The border's secure. It's secure. That is true. Thank you. Anyone who assaults or attacks an ICE border agent will do hard time in jail. Those who are here illegally should either self-deport using the home app, CPBP home app, or ICE will find you and remove you. Saving America is non-negotiable. Now, I agree with that, but there should have been a better plan. Okay? There should have been a better plan. We have cartels operating, what I understand, all 50 states, 49, lower 49, whatever. We have cartels operating in every state. We have cartels operating next to you. Yes. We have the cartels. We have MS-13, right? We have Trade de Agua. We have the drug trafficking. We have the trade. Now, if someone's, you can't, the people are in fear now to go to work. And I know exactly, I can hear it through the camera. So what you're saying is they're illegal, but they're working. That's okay with you? No. I get it. But the mess is made. It's made, folks. Right now, you have to prioritize. ICE should go into every inner city. ICE should be going into these apartment projects. ICE should be taking the military. I will support the military going into every one of these dark alleys and cleaning them out. Protecting the children from the drug addicts, protecting the women from the rapists, the child molesters. Yeah, we should be cleaning these cities out. The drugs, we talk about fentanyl, the drugs, the cartels, cleaning them out. They know where they're at. Well, we're looking. No, they don't. Your local law enforcement know where they're at. In fact, I know a man right now in a county, I'm not going to do this right now, it could be very, very dangerous, that can identify where cartels are operating today. I know someone, a former district attorney, I'm going to leave it at that, it could be dangerous, that said the cartels are here. That's where I live. We know where they're at. Go get them. But when you go to the Home Depot and you chase 100 of them through the parking lot that were only there to cut grass. Now, I'm serious, only there to cut grass. And you go to the construction sites, will you find a couple criminals? Yeah. I guarantee you'll find a couple criminals, all right. You go to construction sites, you go to the plants, the processing plants. Is it wrong that they're working them? Okay, yes. But I have to look you in the eye. Now, I sit here today as a young man that understood what a nail bag is. Now, I have to tell you, I get a little angry. I grew up carrying cinder blocks. I grew up with what I call saddlebags, putting them on every single morning, having a hammer and nails and a screw gun. I grew up with that. I grew up learning to work. We went on job sites, we worked from daylight to dark, and we couldn't get the jobs done. Now, I'm not telling you there's no such thing as a white, black, Hispanic, Asian, American citizen, natural-born citizen that doesn't work hard. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you right now, you've got to prioritize how you're going to go after this, or you're going to shut this country down. Now, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. And I support Donald Trump. Can I take it down? Can I get the hat? I get a little nervous that someone might think I don't support. I support Donald J. Trump. Okay? Oh, this is not legal. I'm talking about this hat. Take that down. I want to make sure people don't think what I'm saying, that I'm I'm not supporting my president. But I'm just saying right now, you can't tell ICE to go into these construction projects. You can't tell ICE to go into the processing plants. You talk about tariffs. You talk about tariffs, and the shelves are going to get empty. You talk about tariffs and prices are going to go up. But nobody talks about, they come and they say, well, if you put this tariff on here, it's a tax on Americans. You have construction companies right now calling and saying, I'm sorry, my people are not showing up. They're not showing up. I can't get the job done. And you got people that have big loans at the bank, and they're big construction loans at the bank saying, I got to get the job done, so I got to find someone. And prices start going up or whatever. That's the same thing at the processing plants. So we're stuck in some respects, folks. And you can't say the farmers. There have been some people there 20, 25 years. I agree with that. You want a watermelon? I don't know what it costs for $5. I mean, because if you go to the stores right now, you're going to start seeing those bins. July 4th is around the corner. Going to be so many watermelons you don't know what. Cantaloupes. Lord, I love my cantaloupes, right? Hey, are you ready? They'll yell tariffs, right? They'll yell tariffs. They'll yell what it'll cost America. They'll yell that the shelves will be empty. Let me tell you something. You want empty shelves? You want the grass not cut? You want the dishes not washed? You want the linen not folded? You want the watermelons to stay in the field? You go one direction. Look, I am a true blue, bleed red, God-fearing patriot, naturalized citizen. I love this country. I grew up working. But I watched what happened. And I won't be tested on some of this stuff because I watched it firsthand. I was there. The mess is made. Now, I support my president, Donald J. Trump, but go into these apartments projects. Go into the inner cities. Go in these places where the cartels are operating. Because the local law enforcement, they know where they're at. Get Trey Diagua, get MS-13, get the gangs, get the cartels. You're going to have to rethink this. Or these rallies are going to increase in enormous numbers across this country. Because people are not happy about this. And that's not Republican, that's not Democrat. That's just people are not pleased about this. Take a break.
Massive truck discounts are back at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Up to $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. Up to $5,000 off Silverado 2500s. Don't wait. Get them before they're gone. $10,000 off Silverado 1500s. $5,000 off Silverado 2500s at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. Welcome to the Georgia Hour with BKP. I am sorry, this 2 days in a row we've run late. I'll try to get back on schedule next week. I know some of you come on at 10 o'clock expecting the Georgia Hour, but here we are, 1 hour a day. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching Voice of Rural America. Welcome, Diane. Now, just quickly, every single one of you that sent me messages, thank you. Thank you. Nothing I enjoy anymore than the conversation, agreeing, disagreeing, mass deport, whatever. And I promise we'll finish the discussion. I promise we will. I will text all of you. And you guys, I get it. I get it. Thank you. I can't say it enough. This audience, I cannot say enough. So let me say this a little, the Georgia Hour. We are rapidly getting close to July 4th, and we will be closed. We will be closed June. I think it's June 30th through July 4th. Here we will be closed. After July 4th, right in that area, you'll have some pretty big announcements. So if you're wondering who's running for office, it'll probably crank up right around July 4th or right after. So there's still a lot of offices out there. You're waiting for Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones to announce he's running for office for governor. We're not waiting. Boy, this didn't take long, did it? I mean, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. I know I have it here, Diane. Give me number. Where's it at? I know I have it. I know I didn't forget this one. Maybe I did. Maybe I forgot this one, Diane. No, there it is. Give me number 50. You can't make this up. So we're all waiting to see who's going to be on the ballot. We are, rest assured, according to Sally Grubhub, Now, the Democrats didn't take long for that, right? So Sally Grubhub goes out there and first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, installed as the first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, because we don't know that any of the convention is accurate in any way. And we have a lot of we have a lot of smoke around the inaccuracy of the convention, or lack of accuracy, however you want to put it. But Sally Grubhub goes on the Godzilla of BS and says, basically, the way I'm paraphrasing it, I don't see no need for women. I don't see women on the governor, Senate. I just don't see women. Women need not apply, is the feeling we got on the Republican side. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, a Democratic candidate for governor, responds to Georgia GOP. Okay, what are they responding to? And that was earlier Greg Bluestein of the AJC, because the Democrat wing of the Republican Party, now they think the AJC likes them. They run to the AJC, right? I don't see a female governor, and I don't see a female senator from Georgia. The new Georgia GOP officer, Sally Grubb, says women can't win the Georgia top jobs. Well, that didn't take long, did it, Sally? You and Debbie Dooley must have got together. I think Debbie Dooley is Sally Grubb's press secretary. Maybe that's what Debbie said. I don't know. Former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, a Democratic candidate for governor, responds, the Georgia GOP can keep on underestimating women. Will prove them wrong in November. So there you go. Democrats say, okay, we're gonna show you a woman can get elected. I don't know, but that was right out of the box yesterday, and it continues on. So I thought this just a little humor. Relax. We will get to everything. We're going to get serious in a minute. A little humor. In the 70s, where I grew up, we had a pretty big chain of department stores in the Northeast. In the Northeast, there was a chain of department stores, and give me 52. And it was called Two Guys. And I don't know why I thought about this, because when we were kids, we used to go to Two Guys department store. And I thought to myself, they went out of business in the 80s, but Two Guys. And I thought in the arrow, the white arrow, Diane, I would have it put there, David Cross and BKP. Because we happen to be the two guys that the Georgia GOP just absolutely said, loathe. Yes. They don't like us. So I just was thinking of that yesterday. Now, all right, before we get to the albino rhino, number 8, we're going to talk about the albino rhino. Now, some people are, wow, are you serious? Wow, okay. We'll have a party. I love a party. Diane is saying, are you saying the Georgia Hour? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, the Georgia Hour Monday?
Yes. Yeah, the Georgia Hour.
So Monday will be our 100th episode of the Georgia Hour?
Yes.
Wow, thank you. Okay, that'll be Monday. So we're going to get to the albino rhino here in a minute, the Brant Frost, the revenge of the Frost family. Now, David Cross beat him for second vice chair 2 years ago handily, and it sent them, the Cross sent the Frost into a tailspin. They have been planning revenge for 2 years because David Cross dare run for office. And you see the GRA badge? You see the GRA? I have a lot of friends in the GRA, but I will not. I have been sent messages asking me, can we just work around the Cross family? You know, Christy, Krista, all the little crosses out there, or the Frost. I mean, you get a Cross and you get a Frost and things can get confusing. Can we work around the Frost with an F family? Because you got a Frost here a Frost, there a Frost, everywhere a Frost. You know, they're everywhere. Can we work around that and just back off the GRA? And no, you can't. No, you can't. The GRA has to step up. Alex Johnson has to step up and participate in saying that the convention. Now, Alex Johnson is the one. Give me number 4, and we're going to get into this in just a minute. Give me number 4. Alex Johnson is the one that wrote GRA immediately. See his GRA badge of what a successful convention that he went to. So, he has to do a 180, turn the other way, and just look at all the facts and make some hard decisions. I think another group could call themselves the conscience of the Republican Party. All right. So we're going to get into that in a minute. Now, I just want to handle this because Debbie Doulis, number 21, I've received messages. This is not legal advice. But let me see if I can find this because I want to read it to you because I know what she wrote. I know the email she put out. She's not that smart. Let's see. She's not that smart. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But if you want to, oh, okay. If you want to deny your charges for the convention, all right. So let me show you a couple things. Now, Debbie Doulis is telling you oh my God, you're going to be charged with this, and they'll charge you with this, and they'll charge you with fraudulent this and fraudulent that. There is a difference. There is a difference in, stopping payment on a check. So if you wrote a check and you sent it to someone, you intended to pay them, there's some differences on how things are looked at. But you have your rights, credit card, debit card, or personal check. You have your rights that when you provide money, you receive what you think they're selling you. You do have those rights. So don't let anybody put you in fear. The only thing you can't do is you can't tell your bank or whoever you're dealing with, your credit card company, that you received something, you didn't receive something, and you did. And you cannot get in trouble. You cannot get in trouble for saying, I don't feel I got the value. Now, I don't know who paid Debbie's way, because I do believe we don't have the data, but I do believe beyond the shadow of a doubt that Debbie Dooley deals in dark money. I feel very strong. That's what she does. She deals in dark money. And Debbie Dooley pretends she doesn't like the GRA, but I think if they would come clean, why don't they just come forward? I think somehow that Debbie has financial ties to the Frost with an F family. I think, okay? I don't really know, but I think that. So she pretends she's against the GRA. She seems to be very Frost friendly. She attacks the GRA, but all the people she's supporting is the GRA. So don't fall for anything Debbie Dooley says that she's against the GRA, because she's not, period. All right? That she's not. Second, now, again, I'm not giving legal advice, but if you look at this, give me number 53. All right. When you purchase a ticket or register for a convention, you enter into a contract with the event organizer. All right. This contract includes terms regarding your rights to attend and participate in the event. Reasonable expectations. Okay. So when you enter in, you have reasonable expectations. A reasonable person would expect that if they pay for an event, they would be allowed to participate, unless the contract explicitly states otherwise. So if the contract says you will not have access to microphones, if the contract says you will not run the convention under Robert Rules of Order, if the contract tells you that up front, but you are allowed to have expectations, all right? Reasonable expectations apply. So unless contract explicitly states otherwise, a clause about refusal of entry for certain reasons. So you paid, but you can't come in. The clause says you can't come in if you're wearing this. You can't come in with a big hat. You can't come in whatever. All right? You would generally have the right to participate. They, the organizers and pre-planned group who blocked the delegates, threatened to have arrested the delegates who attempted to speak, the delegates who wanted to point out the rule violations and be able to hold valid convention. We were not allowed to do so. All right? And there's reasonable expectations when you entered in. All right? Threatened to be removed. Brant Frost threatened to have the sergeant at arms remove me. Yes. They went through, Brant Frost and others went through and got the sergeant of arms and threatened several of us to be removed. Several of us were threatened that day. All right? You attempted to speak. The delegates who wanted to point out rule violations and be able to hold a valid convention were not allowed to do so. You weren't allowed to do so. You were not. Anyone that says, well, we passed the rules, folks, I'm just telling you. Now, that being said, we have another segment we're going to get to. That being said, this is going around the internet. I have had it with I know the Frost family is very wealthy. And I know with wealth comes power. And I know they say those that have the gold make the rules. I understand that. I'm not new. But I've had it. I have been fair, nice, complicit in ways with the GRA. I've run their narrative a couple times, like not get in the way because I got good friends. I've had friends ask me, do not go for the GRA. You should end your GRA membership today. Today. You should end it today. Period. You should end it today. You should publish your letters to Alex Johnson asking for the Frost family to be removed from the GRA. I mean, Alex Johnson would have to come out to me. When I say me, something we can publish, all right? And go back to something we can publish. Go back to 21 and say the executive board or something got together and, remove the Frost family. That's the bottom line. So if you're out there and you want to deny your charges and you want to talk to your bank, don't let Debbie Dooley scare you into thinking you can't. That's up to you. That's your right. They tried to take your right away from you Saturday. And, just because Debbie Dooley, in my opinion, has someone paying the way, I think someone paid like she was, everything was covered. I think she got an all-inclusive trip, right? That's what I think. But for those like you and I, a motel room, maybe 2 nights, some of us that spent $600, $300 on a convention, rooms, you have every right to feel it's your money if you want to discuss with your bank if you're eligible for your money back. Do not listen to any of these people. Nobody's going to put you in jail for calling your bank if you want to do it, whatever you do. So don't listen to Debbie Dooley. That's garbage. Now, I don't know what the ruling would be. I just know this. You should ask the Georgia GOP first when they deny it. You should go to your bank, your debit card company, whatever, credit card company, whatever, and make the claim. They're going to investigate it. They're going to make a decision. The other side will have a chance to oppose it. So don't let these people, if you don't feel you got the money and you didn't get to participate and you paid, do not let anyone make you feel that you can't question it. Now, get your proof. All right? It's black and white. This is Brant Frost. We're not putting up with this anymore. The state of Georgia, we're going to have a lot of candidates come out in the next couple of weeks. And we're not going to be shifting from the convention or the Georgia Republican Party, because if this is what they're up to, I'm in fear of what's going to happen in 2026. Give me 82. This is Brant Frost, all right? This was sent to me. The minority, Brant, the albino rhino. The minority wanted to debate it, and unfortunately, due to their lack of planning and the lack of goodwill, due to the methods they had employed up to that point, they were not given the opportunity. It's exactly right. Now, why should I go into a convention that I'm a delegate? Now, every delegate in that room, no matter where you sit, if you're on the first row, the last row, you're the delegate in the center. If you're bad said delegate, you were to have an equal right at the microphone, an equal right to talk to the chairman of the convention, an equal right to ask the parliamentarian a question. Unfortunately, due to lack of planning, I should not have had to plan, Brant. This is all fact. I don't know what order this would be in. And these are out there in public, so I apologize if some of your names show up. Give me 81. Brant Frost again. The moral of that is how important it is to control the committees. It's a fact. They plan to control every committee, to control the convention. Now, here's what, if you are a convention goer and you're a delegate, here's the rights you have. You should be able to trust the party, Inc., to put all of the committees together for the best interest of the delegates, the body, to provide you with rules, provide you with nominations of candidates, provide you an opportunity to participate in the Inc. party when you go home, provide you the opportunity to participate in that convention. And this is very clear. You see, controlling every step of the way, right from the clickers. Clickers, $12,600, right? 2 weeks or 10 days before the convention. Now, I'd like to know from Josh McCoon to Mike Crane. All right, so it was obvious Mike Crane does not know how to chair a convention. That was obvious. Well, you don't like Mike Crane? It's got nothing to do with whether I like Mike Crane. I've chaired conventions. I know how to chair a convention. I'm serious. It's obvious that Mike Crane did not know how to chair that convention. So something happened, something like this was his paraphrase. Josh calls Mike Crane. Mike, you are the installed first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. The rules say I could chair this, but it might not look good. I'm on the ballot. And I know, Mike Crane, you are beholden to the Frost family, because he knows that. You're beholden to the Frost family. You're very close. We could work with you, Mike. You get it? We wink, wink. We know we can work with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you chair the convention. Now maybe Mike comes back and he says, I don't know how to do that. Maybe because it did not look as though he knew how to do it. I don't know how to do that. Don't worry. BJ Van Gundy's going to stand over here. All right. And BJ Van Gundy's going to stand over here, and John White's going to stand over here. And they're going to approach you and prod you and move you in the directions you need to go. What we have to do first, right out of the box, is power drive, plow over the people, pretend we can't hear them, and get the rules and go. Got it? Got it. Something like that did take place. Mike just didn't ignore the microphones. So Josh appointed a GRA member, Susie Voiles, as chair. And with her leadership and hard work of a couple of members, we were able to get all the great stuff. If we had not controlled the committee, that wouldn't have happened. So it's very clear they talk about controlling. They know how to control every aspect. You were never given a chance. And they brag about it and they laugh about it, right? Here's Debbie Fisher. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry, but your name's up there. Number 80. Now here's Brant Frost again. Here. I mean, if you want proof that you did not get the open access that should have been provided to you, these are black and white. We controlled the microphones because we got there first. Yeah, Brant's telling you this was all planned out to shut down the delegates. Not shut me, not shut this person over here, but the person in row 34 in the center. That person wearing that delegate badge. You see, Brant Frost did not orchestrate something to shut one individual down. What he did is he shut everyone in the place that held a delegate badge down. Everyone. We allowed the other side to make points of order, which in fact were motions, and despite this disingenuous, we still allowed it to happen. He allowed it? He allowed it? They went to all the microphones, right? And blocked them? Because I personally had a big giant guy. Tim Roberts, big giant guy. I was here first. What do you mean you were here first? It's not your microphone. I was here first. And then Mike Crane could not even tell them which mic to turn on. Brant Frost was dictating, if you watch the control area, on which mic to turn on. And then he tells you that he allowed us. Now, after they passed the rules, which I didn't hear the vote, and I don't know what the true vote was, and remained standing, there was no way the sergeant at arms and that team was able to count the room that fast. And there was no clarification. The boos were so loud, and they know it. But they passed the rules, and then after they got so far into the convention, they acted like they were opening the mics up for us to make a comment or two. Oh, that happened a long time ago. Forget it. We allowed the other side to make. We allowed. Now remember, in this, he is very clear. We allowed. I do not apologize for being better at politics than other people when what we are doing is literally politics. Now, he's got to go. Alex Johnson, he's got to go. I mean, GRA, I have to tell you, you continue to wear that badge. Go for it. For to do so would be, in all due modesty and honesty, validating envy. I'm just telling you. 79. The mics are open to anyone on first come, first served basis. Now, I have to know, you know the old saying, who died and left you? His first term. He watches this kind of corruption take place. Fine with it. The mics are open to anyone on first come, first served basis. On multiple occasions, we, Team Josh, right? Yielded to Team Cross for points of inquiry. Now, I supported David Cross. This is true. I asked people to vote for David Cross. This is true. But I did not go to that microphone based on being on Team Cross. I went to that microphone based on the fact that I wanted paper ballots. Paper ballots. That's what I wanted. That had nothing to do with David Cross. I think it's 65% of Georgians polled say they want to vote on paper ballots. The Republican Party says we adopt paper ballots. The RNC said we adopt paper ballots, right? President Donald Trump said he wants us to vote on paper ballots. And they bought clickers, knowing they were never giving you a chance. So Team Josh yielded to Team Cross for points of inquiry, which in fact turned into motions. A breach of both good faith and parliamentarian procedure on the Cross team part. Team Josh was better organized, and I make no apology for that. The mics are open to anyone on a first come, first served basis. No, they're not. This is a lie. This is a flat out lie. They put people in front of the mics. You're supposed to get out of front of the mic. If you have an issue you're dealing with right then, if you're on the agenda and your agenda item is something you need to ask the chairman, then you are first in line on the mic. You can't just stand there. They're admitting to it. Team Josh was better organized, and I make no apology. The same option was available to the other team to stand up early, and they chose not to take it. No, we chose to participate in a convention that was not corrupt or held in a corrupt fashion like this. That's what we chose. We don't do it like this, Brent. We don't do it the corrupt way. We don't. We're not trying to do that. So I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to disputing your charges, all right, give me number 21. This is not legal advice. Boy, I got to get this day over with. I got to go vote. I've got a meeting. I got to cut the grass. I got to go to a birthday party. This is not legal advice. 53. You're allowed to have reasonable expectations when you go to a convention. You're allowed reasonable expectations. Okay? So no matter what Debbie Dooley tells you, no matter what she says, no matter how many emails she sends out with the law claiming fraud and everything, you have every right. That's up to you. Okay? If you feel you paid them and you had expectations and they were not met, if you went in that room thinking you were going to get an option, because when the rules came up, right, a motion could have been made to amend the rules. This is the way it works. I make a motion to accept the rules. Okay? I second it. Okay? I make a motion to amend the motion. I make a motion to amend the motion that rule number 8 allow for a vote for paper ballots. Then the chairman says, okay, we have a motion on the floor to amend the motion to accept the rules. That's the way it works. we're going to first vote on the motion to amend the motion. If that fails, then we vote on the motion to accept the rules as is. If the motion to amend passes, we amend the rules, number 8, and then we vote on the rules with the amended motion. I hope it wasn't too confusing, but that's how it works. Now, once that motion is made to amend, all right, discussion is had. Once you have that discussion, all right, once you have that discussion, you call the question. Now, someone will say, well, wait a minute, you're supposed to call the question, then make a motion, whatever. But they did that on purpose. If you walked in that room thinking you had the expectations of possibly voting on a paper ballot because that's what you wanted, you did not want to, is it number 1? You did not want to cast your vote on this clicker. All right? You didn't want to cast your vote on that clicker. You do not know today if that was accurate. Someone said, well, Josh won by 400 votes in the room. David basically 606 and Josh with 1,000. Okay. You cannot tell me it's accurate. You just can't. You can't tell me your vote was accurate because you can't go back and check. So I do know that there's a letter going around. You could check that out. I would go to DA, is it DA ballots? Is that what it is? David Cross, go to his website, DA ballots. There is a letter going around where they are contesting the convention and the legitimacy of the convention.
It's GA ballots for Georgia. GA ballots.
GA. Is it GA ballots? That's
yes.
it. GA ballot. GA ballots, or you can find David Cross quite easily. There's a letter going around, number 8. So no, I mean, you cannot get away with what you did. You just can't.
So I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Who was on the rules committee? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. That is out there. We can get that. That's very easily. That's very obtainable, but not off the top of my head.
Can we say that we can get that on the GA ballots on who was on the rules committee? You want me to text David? Because that's a question that I've got on the Rumble.
Yeah, get the word out that people are wanting to see who was on the rules committee, and I know they have it. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Diane.
And then another comment I've got is Debbie a frosted flake?
Debbie is such a frosted flake. She's in the background going, they're great. That's how frosted that flake is. It is a front. Yes, Debbie Dooley is a frosted flake, period. Yes. And you cannot be a frosted flake without loving the GRA. Do not fall for it, period. So, 4, Alex said it was the greatest convention ever. 5, there he is with... all right, so here's a question I keep getting. Here's a question. You ready? Who will be chair when Josh leaves? Will it be Katie Frost? Okay, Tim was on the rules committee. So the guy, I just got a message. I don't know everybody. Thank you very much, Tim. Tim, at your mic, Tim Roberts, they say he was on the rules committee. So we'll get that for you out there. Thank you very much. Okay. But I keep getting a question. Will Katie Frost, who will be the chair? Sally Grubbs or Katie Frost? Katie is in training to be chair. Sally doesn't have what it takes. But Sally, in my opinion, will nicely stand back. I don't know what happened, but Sally told me, and I just put it out here like this. She told me one time in the past that the Frost have done a lot of things to help her, and that's what she told me one time. I don't know what it meant. So she is subservient. Is that what you'd say? In my full opinion, Sally Grubbs is fully subservient to the Frost, and she will bow down to Katie Frost being chair as long as she's in the stream of cash somewhere. That's my thought. That's my opinion. That's what I think could be happening. Just saying. All right. So number 7. Sally Grubbs said, do not look for Marjorie Taylor Greene on the ballot. The first thing I thought of is, Georgia to reopen the mental hospitals was Candace Taylor, batshit crazy number 6. And there you go. And all right, so let me give you some things coming up Monday, okay? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got to quit looking at the phone because I'll keep answering your questions. You are correct on Debbie Dooley. So let me double check. I don't have something here that's got to be addressed. Okay, not right now. If this is, I'm gonna lay this out here. If the text messages I received I would just say this. If I was Greg Dolezal, I would stay. If I was Greg Dolezal, State Senator Dolezal, I would not put my name out for lieutenant governor. I would stay state senator. I would try to get a leadership position or work for the future governor, Burt Jones. I don't think I would stick my name out there. Yes, there's a lot coming. And a veteran, a doctor, a real doctor. Where's number 6? Didn't I tell you number 6? Every time I see the mental hospital, I think of, she's batshit crazy. Candace Taylor. Go ahead and take that down. So, a veteran doctor put her name out to run for Congress in the 1st District. So we have some activity in the 1st District. Candace got a major problem, all right? Candace will find out, and she's finding out right now that Josh can't help her. She's finding out right now that Vicky Consiglio can only tell her that I love you and I can pray for you. All right. Candace is finding out right now, Sally Grubbs saying, well, I'm not allowed to get involved in that. Candace is finding out that her selling out the grassroots didn't work out for her. She's finding that out right now. Within the next couple weeks, it will be so obvious. Candace will lose it. She can't handle things. Put her back up there, number 6. Candace can't take anything. She gets angry. She doesn't know how to run for office. Now, I've said she's a plant all along. I don't know if something's going on here that we're looking into, but she can't handle things. She loses it. And her surrogates start losing it. And I'm going to say 2 weeks because it's already starting to surface. She's already putting things out. I think within 2 weeks, I don't know if it'll be 2 weeks, but let's go with this for the little swear jar. I don't think it's going to take long before she's going to lose it and maybe attack someone that you will be able to tell made her a promise, possibly made her a deal, right? That's going to fall apart real soon. And maybe we'll see. Give me number 9. So we'll have District 1. We got a lot of candidates coming up. All right. Friends, don't let friends stay in collapsing houses. The collapse of the GRA. Now, we'll get into this Monday because I can't just leave it hanging out there. Give me number, I got it here with the AJC this morning, Diane. Yeah, give me number 76. You're going to hear a lot about this over the weekend because of Brad Raffensperger. Federal court says local GOP can sue to block some Republican candidates. All right. Now, number 77. A federal appeals court has revived a lawsuit aiming to stop 4 people from running as Republicans in Catoosa County in a limited victory for far-right groups as they seek to prevent more mainstream conservatives from qualifying as GOP candidates. Now, the decision by the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals on Thursday comes just days after delegates at the state convention passed a resolution calling on party officials to block Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. So, there are federal requirements that have to be met for ballot access. There's state requirements that have to be met for ballot access. Those are under the law, legislative law. What happened here with Catoosa? I support Catoosa. They were not going to qualify for candidates. They lost in Georgia. And what the 11th District is saying is they have the right to sue. They have the right to sue and say, we don't want you on the ballot. You don't qualify on our ballot. So let me just say this. There's a couple things that are happening here. Don't get it lost. Don't get it confused. We'll go over in great detail. There's ballot access local. There's ballot access state. There's ballot access federal. You got it? There's ballot access local, state, federal. Even though you're a state representative or a state senator, those laws are what governs the ballot access on the local levels. But remember, there's 3 areas of ballot access. County, state being district, whether it be representative or senator, statewide offices, constitutional offices, district attorneys. There's different ballot access laws, and then there's federal ballot access laws. State lawmakers will move if they feel that you will not allow them ballot access. State lawmakers will move to give ballot access to the legislature. That's right. You'll see a law next year if this moves forward. But all this really does, and I want to say this, is give them to the right. Says you have the right. It is a win for them. You have a right to sue. All right, caution on that. Can you give me the let me see what else I have here. Give me the ALP graphic. Folks, if you use nicotine patches, if you use them, all right, this is a nicotine patch that I do know Tucker Carlson's endorsed and many have endorsed. If you go to the website right here, /promo code VORA, Voice of Rural America, VORA, that's how you can help this network and get the pouches. And you'd be helping this network here. So, Diane, I'm headed to vote, legally vote. That's number one. Number two, I'm headed to a meeting. And then I'm headed to a birthday party. I'll see you Monday.